So I'm currently behind the wheel of the 2025 Mazda CX-5 in the Signature trim, and this thing features a few different drive modes, which Mazda calls the My Drive system. And I wanted to take a moment to showcase those drive modes, what they change in the vehicle visually, and just kind of what they change and when you should use them. So how you adjust between the different drive modes or the My Drive system in the Mazda CX-5 is right here on the center console. So you see My Drive, and it's kind of an arrow up and arrow down, and you toggle this up and down, and you get between the different drive modes. So how you see that you're in the different drive modes is right here on the gauge cluster. So I'm going to start cycling through them now. So you have, I just flicked up, and you're in sport. And you can know that because you got that nice reddish hue, letting you know you're kind of in a more sporty mode. Going down, you're normal. That's the color of the gauge cluster when you start the vehicle. And off-road kind of has a more sandy color scheme. And if you are a fan of Fallout, you can see that kind of resembles like the gear of a vault door. That's just kind of a joke for me, but that's the kind of hue you get there. So now if you're in sport mode, this does not mean you should just start taking your CX-5 to the track or anything like that. Really, it just kind of unlocks the full performance capability of the CX-5. If you just want a kind of a more spirited drive home from work on the highway, or you just don't want any sort of, you want to have all the power on tap, when you're coming on an on-ramp or anything, situation like that, you'll kind of have the full power of the CX-5 available to you. Normal, you don't need to set anything. That's just kind of the standard startup of the vehicle. And then off-road. Now, switching this in off-road does not mean you're going to start hitting the trails with some of the big, off-road capable vehicles, in the industry. Really, in my opinion, what this is great for is if you have, you take your CX-5 and you go camping, and your campground, it's just got some really crappy road, dirt road, rocky road to get to. Putting in this will likely get you there. I do not recommend you put this, mode on and be like, I'm going to hang with the, most off-road rigs that people have created. That's not going to happen. So this is kind of just going to get you from point A to point B, and when you get in a little sticky off-road situation. But that is how you adjust between the different drive modes in Mazda's My Drive system in the 2025 Mazda CX-5 in the Signature trim. If you have any additional questions about these My Drive modes, leave comments below. At this point, my channel is not that big, so I answer every comment, as long as it's respectful and not some sort of spam or just derogatory stuff. I will answer your questions as fast as I can and get you going on the road with whatever your question is. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thanks for watching.